Hi guys, it's Nikki. Today I thought it would be a really fun idea to do an unboxing video of this really cool item I just got. You may have seen it on my short already, a sneak preview of it, but I have not actually unboxed it yet. As you know, Pokemon just turned 30 this year. In 1996 in Japan, Pokemon Red and Green were the original games released there, and later on they came to the US as Pokemon Red and Blue. You probably could see the cartridges hanging on the wall in the background. Those are like enlarged 3D prints of the original Pokemon games, which in my opinion are the best games. Corey got those for me for Christmas and I absolutely love those because yeah, those are like some of my all-time favorite games and some of the very first games that I got obsessed with as a kid. So I actually still have my original Game Boy Color, and that was what I played Pokemon Blue on. Long story short, the Pokemon Presents presentation was about a week ago, and they announced a really cool item to kind of sort of like memorialize those games or honor those games because they're kind of a big deal. They're like some of the best games ever, and they were what introduced everybody to Pokemon. Yeah, when they announced this item, I was extremely excited. It is a bit expensive for what it is. With this, I was like, before they even announced the price, I was like, I know I'm getting it, so, which is probably bad, but yeah, I just fell in love immediately when I saw this. So anyways, to the item, this is what it is. Basically, this is a Game Boy. It's not actually like a playable Game Boy. Just to be clear, this is just a music player. I still think it's really cool, and I love that they put like the artwork for the original games. That's the one I had, and then they have red over here. Just want to make sure you guys can see this box all the way around. Yeah, so I really like the packaging, and I almost don't want to open it, but I thought it'd be fun to open up and show you guys what is inside this, so you can decide if you think it's worth $70 or not. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys one more up-close look at this before I open it, so you can see the packaging, how it is. Yeah, and like I said, this was $70, but I think for the hardcore original fans, this is probably worth it. It's definitely worth it to me, so I would think already, like, this just looks so cool. It's something you should have if you're a collector. And just to show you guys a comparison, this is the Game Boy Color next to this Game Boy. Now, once again, this is mimicking an original Game Boy. Yeah, as you can see, they made it quite a bit smaller than a Game Boy. Okay, so we are going to begin opening this very carefully, of course. Yeah, I don't know what these are up to now in price, but they were limiting these to one purchase per customer online. I already saw that people were selling these on eBay for like between like $100 to $150 last time I checked. So I'm certainly glad I got mine before it got to that value. I don't know if they plan on making more of these or not, but I knew immediately I was going to want one of these. So I was watching the website all day until they dropped these. I mean, it didn't take all day, but it took a little while before they ended up dropping them. I do like newer Pokemon games. I do think they're good. I never have a bad time playing a Pokemon game, but there was just something extra special about this era. Wow. I really love that beautiful watercolor art that they have. I didn't realize they were going to have more art inside, so that's actually really cool to see. Yeah, and I was even just saying on my last video, which I actually made before the Pokemon Presents happened, that I was just appreciating how nice the original music was and how I still listen to it, especially from the first two generations. Those are really the only soundtracks that I really like to listen to from Pokemon, and I have playlists for those, and I still frequently listen to them. Wow, that's really cool. I didn't realize there would be more artwork beyond what was visible from the outside of the packaging. Yeah, this is just such a cool thing for the OG fans. Oh my gosh. This actually looks like the manual that was in the original games. Wow. Yeah, because it looked like it was like an actual journal. Yeah, that is pretty similar to what that looked like. Wow. See, this was a cool idea. I love that. Oh yeah. Yes, I love the watercolor art. I was just showing this in my last video. You guys know that. In some of the old books that I have. Yeah, that's really cool. They knew what they were doing here. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that is really cool. See, I love when they pay attention to the old fans like this. Like, look, I appreciate new Pokemon stuff, and about that, actually, I've been playing the Pokopia game, and I've been having a blast playing it, and I really like Legends ZA so far. I think it's really fun, so I'm not hating on the new stuff, but yeah, this old stuff is just so special to me. So I'm really happy that they're paying attention to the old fans as well. Okay, so we have this in the box now. Once again, I'm trying to carefully take this stuff out. Okay, so we have the Game Boy device itself, and then we have the cartridges behind it. There we go. Yeah, so this is very small. It's still really cute, and maybe they figured that people didn't want to take up too much shelf space. That could be one of the reasons why they decided to make it smaller. A lot of people are kind of into minimalism nowadays and may not want to take up too much space, so that very well could be the reason why. Okay, and these are all the cartridges. Yeah, this is so cute. I'm glad I got this. Yeah, I did not expect this at all. I think that's why I was so happy too about it. An example of the little cartridge. And I think actually, yeah, okay, so there you go. It looks like one of the scenes from the game. Very cool. Don't know if this has, okay, it does have batteries. I just need to pull the tab out. There we go. Yep, did you hear that? That is so cool. I love that. Wow, that's amazing. But this is just so cute. What a good way to remember the original games. Love that noise. I don't know how well you guys are picking up the sound on the camera. I guess I should put it closer to my mic. But this sounds really good. I'm actually really impressed by this. Yeah, so there are 45 cartridges in total, and it looks like they all have different scenes from the game. Man, I hope they do one for silver and gold. That would be really cool. I think this era and like basically the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 eras had the best music. I would totally buy one for gold and silver also. So I hope this video helped you guys with deciding on if you want to purchase one of these or not. Last time I checked, unfortunately these were sold out, but I don't know if the Pokemon company might restock these in the future. I'm not really sure. But if you haven't purchased one of these, I hope you get an opportunity to. And definitely maybe hold out on purchasing from eBay right now because it seems like scalpers are selling them at like more than twice the price. So yeah, I hope you get an opportunity to purchase one from the Pokemon company. Once again, I just wanted to show you guys these two side by side now that I have this one completely out of the package. Once again, this is a Game Boy Color. This was supposed to be mimicking the original Game Boy, but it still kind of gives you an idea of a size comparison just so you know what you're expecting. So this is definitely very small, but I really like it and I think it's really cute. And of course, I love all the cartridges and the original soundtrack. My thoughts on this are that this was a really good idea and I love supporting their old work and letting the Pokemon company know that there are old fans like me out there who would prefer to see more of this. That being said, I do love their newer stuff too, but I do prefer the old stuff. So I was very happy to see this personally. So let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about this. Do you feel like this was just a cash grab? Do you feel like $70 was too expensive? Or perhaps the Pokemon company is taking advantage of people's nostalgia? Me, on the other hand, I was actually very happy to see this, and I would like to see more things like this. I love supporting the old Pokemon era, and I'm always excited to see them paying attention to us old fans. And yeah, it would be nicer if things were cheaper. I could say that about everything. But on the other hand, I'm very happy to support an era that I love so much. So let me know how you guys feel in the comment section, and I hope to see you guys next time. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.